Welcome to Channel AMEC, your insight to the Australian visa system. Good day everyone, my name is Carl Young, your online YouTube visa consultant. Are you interested about migration to Australia? Why don't you consider to subscribe to our channel, so once we have all the updated news, you'll be the first one getting all the insights. Now in this video, I would like to take an update in regards to the family program, especially in the category of partner visa. Now, partner visa, obviously, it's about partner, about your spouse, your wife, husband, or your de facto partners, whereby as a proof of evidence that your relationship has been genuine and continuing, and obviously it's a way to getting a permanent residency straight away. However, recently there has been a discussion, obviously if you've been following a lot of the news about the family programs, there has been discussion about raising the concern of the English proficiency, raising the concern about the family household violence and things like that, so about character backgrounds. So there has been a discussion and a paper being published out there for stakeholders to actually input more information. So it looks like there's a reform gonna come up. So as a rule of thumb, I always want to capture the right time and right opportunity to lodge it before the change of law. But let's have a look what's coming up, and I'll give you an update at the end of this video about partner visa program. So as you can see here, this web page, what I'll do, I will actually copy and paste this web page in the description right below. You can go and have a look by yourself. So the Department of Home Affairs, Australian government has putting out a engagement requirement for the public and consultation paper, what they said. So as what it appear here, I can read it out for you guys, is as part of 2021 federal budget, government had announced it will implement reform and strengthen integration outcome of the partner program by the end of 2021. So that's gonna be this year. This includes introducing an English language requirements. Okay, so that's a make sure that you need to get your English, but what sort of level though? I think it will be more towards vocational, at least the level that you can actually live and settle and enjoy it in the nation of Australia. So, but it's at the permanent residency stage where your sponsor is also required to have that English done. And the partner applicant, obviously the applicant required to have that done. And also applying sponsorship framework set out migration amendments, so family violence, other measures. So again, there is additional measurements to protect women for most of the cases out there, to reduce family violence by way of assessing the police certificate or criminal records of the sponsor prior of visa application. So it will be a two-stage. I believe that's how that's gonna be. The Department of Home Affairs seeking community review and informed development, setting and implementation of new language, English language, and sponsor frameworks. Obviously, there's a consultation paper here that you can actually head in there, and if you do want to put some thoughts, you're welcome to do that. There is an email down here, right up here. You can see that there. Ooh, there. Okay, so that's for the consultation paper, and what I'm going to do is also discuss about the update. So obviously, due to COVID-19, there has been a lot of restrictions of international travel with flights, and all these had causing the issue and delays for the application. So I've been receiving a lot of inquiries, discussing and also asking whether or not and when their application will be assessed. So during all this period, we have been receiving automatic messages from the Department of Home Affairs saying that the application is in process. However, saying that the application is in process doesn't tell you a specific date and time when the case officer is going to look into it. And sometimes when you respond to a request, it takes again a couple months. It's actually a very frustrating timing for all the visa applications nowadays, not just for partner visa. So let's have a look what's happening at the moment. And there is an update. So this you can actually find this if you search subclass 820 partner visa, and you should be land yourself at this web page. Now what I'm showing you here is the processing time down here. Now it says 75% of application will actually be finalized within 23 months and 90% application in 28 months. Now that's I think that's about 6 or 8 months longer and delay than previously shown. And I do have applicants who has been waiting for more than 28 months. So I assume that in the next updates, this will be changed again. This will increase with further months because of the COVID issue, where there's lack of human resources for the for obviously for 2020, and then that would delay the whole every single application being delayed, and there has been thousands of backlogs out there. So I assume this will be a much longer wait. However, as long as your application has been lapsed for more than 24 months, you will be prioritized to actually getting straight away into a permanent residency. But the process is that you get a temporary resident visa granted, but within hours or within days, you'll get your permanent residency straight away. So the reason there has been the visa application has been designed in a way of, as you can see here up here, 820 and A01 820/A01 is because that the original visa structure was on a paper form, but nowadays they have combined them all together into a digital form, and by way of making it easier, rather than going into a parliament to to change everything and repeal the old regulation and put in a new one, they basically put in the policy amendments. So make it as a one. So it's the same. If you go into the online system, lodging an offshore 309/100, it's exactly the same. There's no differences of the numbers. So just here to let everybody know. Now, there's another thing that I also wanted to point out is this. Some applicants, some applicants do have a long-term relationships. Like as you can see here, I'm highlighting the words here, long-term. Okay, now traditionally in the previous world, now pre-pandemic, these long-term relationship clients might actually get their permanent residency granted within a month, sometimes 2 or 3 months. Okay, now that is no longer the case. Now the problem is obviously about COVID. There has been a huge backlog and delay, so do not expect a long-term relationship application to be granted within months. I believe it will be within a year, but not month. The reason why is there's still a international travel restriction and control, whereby they do not wish to grant it too quick, so people can actually start traveling and then getting all these COVID all around again. So there has been a purpose of delay in this long-term relationship. However, I'm not saying that not to lodge it, but you need to bear in mind there's a situation at the moment. So again, let's review this. I might get myself off the screen because the long-term relationship definition, I'm actually blocking that at the moment. So let's turn me off Now, if you can see here at the right bottom, it says, what does a long-term relationship mean? Okay, so it basically says that you're a long-term relationship when you lodge application if you have been with your partner either 3 years or more, okay, or 2 years or more, and there is a child in the relationship. So that's pretty straightforward. As long as you meet those requirements, make sure you have your submission at the beginning of the application. So you better to prepare a cover letter as well. So the case officer would know that this is a long-term relationship. In the actual application, there is no tick boxes for you to actually tick whether or not you have been in a long-term relationship. So you need to put an additional submission in your cover letter and enhance to actually make sure that the case officer actually see the actual documentation, know that this is a long-term relationship. You do not need to put that aside and wait for another 24 months or so they can actually grant you a better and quicker application. Anyhow, that's for our video for today. So should you have more question or query in regards to the family related type of visa or perhaps partner visa, why not you consider to leave a comment right down below, and I will answer all your inquiries in the due course. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next video. Goodbye.